Christopher McGee for Health and Fitness The Truth. This is my first vlog. As a health and fitness professional, my vlog here will be largely dedicated to sharing with you an education on those aspects of health and fitness that don't get covered in my instructional videos in this channel. So I'll have lots of videos here on nutrition and dieting, as well as on a lot of the science about exercise that I don't get to in the instructional videos. Now, I thought for this first vlog, I'd like to share with you what I feel is the best, most effective tool for motivating and inspiring and keeping discipline toward your goals. Your goal is to be a healthy, fit individual. We can talk all day about the steps to take to get into better health, but guess what? I bet you already know a bunch of steps you could be taking that you're not taking. Until we learn to manage ourselves, especially in areas where we struggle to take the steps we know we should, all that education might be for nothing. So let's talk about how to get inspired. Okay, there's a whole academic field of study in psychology for how to inspire people. In sports psychology, for example, coaches are super interested in how to motivate and inspire their players or athletes to be able to perform at their peak, to be able to get in the zone. In business, C-level officers and managers are interested in being able to inspire their employees to perform at their highest capacity and to take on the company vision. These are fascinating fields of study because it is consistently found that what motivates person A does not motivate person B. And for that matter, what motivates person A on Monday may not well motivate them on Tuesday. There's no one surefire way to motivate people. Person A needs to be told they are doing an awesome job and they are super appreciated and they will take off in their performance levels. Person B can be told they suck and then never amount to anything and they'll take that and run with it like the sky's the limit. But here's what needs to happen either way. People need to get intrinsically motivated and inspired. You've got to be intrinsically motivated in order to be able to soar and really reach your goals. It needs to come from within. So how do we get the focus off of me or anyone else trying to inspire you and onto you inspiring and motivating yourself? Okay, let's zoom out and look at the brain in a couple of different ways for just a minute. You have a conscious and a subconscious brain, like my drawing. Your consciousness makes executive decisions in the moment, and that is really all it does. Your consciousness deals with one thing at a time. It is not aware of everything that you are experiencing or have experienced all at once. Okay, you also have a subconscious mind, and it is aware of everything you are experiencing in any given moment and for all the moments that you have ever experienced. All the information you have ever acquired, whether it was visually acquired or whether you heard it through any sense, whatever information you acquired, it is stored in your subconscious mind and it all shapes your behavior. Okay, you probably put on a shirt today. Probably. When you put on a shirt today, you were briefly consciously aware of the feeling of the shirt against your skin. But then your conscious brain had better things to focus on, so you have not been consciously aware of the feeling of your shirt against your skin all day. But you have been subconsciously aware of it, and that is the difference I'm talking about between conscious and subconscious mind. Now, we'd all like to think that it is our conscious mind by which we make all of our decisions day to day, but for the most part, it is not. Your subconscious is driving the car that is getting you where you're going in your life. Your subconscious mind carries the programs of your behavior, the software, if you will, or the habits. It's your subconscious mind that dictates what you are. Whoa. Okay, sorry, I realized my picture was super small, but it is still just as excellent and professional of a picture. It's your subconscious mind that dictates what you are going to eat and drink today. Do you disagree? Why is it that whenever you try to kick a habit, like drinking soda, or smoking, or keeping candy at your desk, or eating donuts for breakfast, or whatever it is, why is it that whenever you try to kick one of those habits, it takes you a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, or maybe if you're being really super good, a couple of months max before you are right back to your old habits? It's because when you consciously decide to create a new habit or a new program, your subconscious mind essentially says, Christopher, we already have a program for this and it's inefficient to create a new one, so I'm taking over. How do we beat that? Okay, let's look at the brain in a different way. Your brain has two sides. A right side, we'll make this the right side, and a left side. I won't pretend to be a neuroscientist or anything, but there is some information that is relatively commonplace place. The right side of your brain has a specialization or dominance for imagery and creativity. Okay, while the left side of your brain has a dominance or specialization for facts and numbers. If you can learn or acquire information or get your brain to focus on something that involves both sides of the brain at once, this is called whole brain learning. And this has been shown to plant information into the brain in a much, much stronger way. If I can somehow see that 10 equals 7 plus 3, it imprints into my mind in a much, much stronger way than if I'm just told it, or if I just read it, or if I just think it. Okay, here's where I'm going with this. Let's say I want to change some habits concerning my health. Okay, if I know what I want to change, just knowing isn't enough because my subconscious brain already has patterns of behavior built in, and we will have to find some way to hack a new program into the subconscious brain. How do we do that? Consistent, intense, whole brain learning. What if I take a board of some kind? Just a poster board will do. In fact, let's pretend this is a poster board. And what if I stick on it both a visual and a factual representation of what it is that I want to acquire or achieve? What if I put on my poster board a big picture of whatever it is, and next to it, I've got just like a post-it note that says XYZ, right? Whatever it is that I'm trying to acquire. But what if I look at this every day for just a few minutes and really focus on it and tell myself all the reasons that I want what it is that I want, all the good things that can and will happen when I achieve this thing? I think I will do that. I will place my visions and goals for myself in organized, concrete form, in plain view for me to focus on every day. It'll only take a few minutes in order to influence my subconscious perception of what kind of behavior I need to exhibit in order to reach my goals until I achieve those goals. I will do this. I will engage both sides of my brain in whole brain learning in a focused, concrete way through both visual and factual plain text cues to manage my subconscious brain. And I will call it my vision board. Okay, you may or may not have heard of a vision board before. You need to know I didn't come up with this idea, and I don't know who did, and I don't know if they knew what a big thing they stumbled on here. I learned this from a guy named Kirk Duncan who owns a company called 3 Key Elements, and I am happy to give him credit for this, and I'd be happy to send a whole bunch of people his way. The world would be a better place for it. Listen, some people see this and they feel like it's some kind of weird voodoo or foo-foo stuff. What, I'm supposed to just look at a picture and a plain text explanation of what I want and things will magically happen? No, this isn't supposed to be, this isn't some ephemeral, magical way of reaching your goals. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not a miracle pill. This is simple common sense science. Listen, every successful person that I know or know of has some way of doing this. They may not have a vision board per se, but they do put into concrete form, either visually or in text, their goals, and they review it every day. And I believe wholeheartedly that this is the best way to do it. This is the best way I know of to motivate yourself and to keep the discipline going when the motivation is low. Motivation has a half-life, and oftentimes the motivation for something does not last long enough for you to start to see the results that you wanted. And then it's harder to keep going, and that's when discipline has got to kick in. Let's take two scenarios. Let's say you want to stop drinking soda. In one scenario, you tell yourself that you're going to stop drinking soda, and in the other scenario, you stick a poster board in your bedroom, on your bedroom wall next to your bed, with a post-it note that says, I will drink 64 or more ounces of water every day. And next to that post-it note, you slap a big picture of some sexy beast man drinking water, and you stare at that image and text every day, telling yourself all the reasons that you want that. You tell yourself that that is what you are going to do, how much better you'll feel for it, how much better you'll eventually look for it, how much better you'll be managing your blood sugar levels, and on and on. In which of those two scenarios are you more likely to achieve your goals and stick to the plan? That's a no-brainer. Obviously, in the scenario where you stare at a reminder and plain text every day to tell you and for you to tell yourself what it is that you want and why, as opposed to just ephemerally telling yourself that you want something. I've been using a vision board for over a year now and I love it. When I accomplish something, I pull the post-it note off of the board and I put it in a folder, and over time I can see how much I've accomplished specifically because I stuck it on the vision board. Okay, there you have it, my thoughts on the best way to inspire yourself, stay motivated, and stay disciplined on the path you want toward your goals. I actually mandate that my personal training clients create a vision board. They have to send me a picture of it when it's done, and I tell them to start with just one health objective on it and maybe one other thing that they want. It doesn't have to be health related, but the goals are completely up to them. I have a lot more tips and thoughts on this topic, so let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. The next video in this category of my channel will be on metabolism and calories. Please like and subscribe, tell your friends about Health and Fitness the Truth, and have an awesome day.